A short and sweet Zoom today, but it's going to be filled with lots of good information. So grab your teams and get them popped on. And as soon as he's done nesting and I send these reminders, we'll get started. All right, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and kick this thing off this morning. Couple of quick notes. Today my daughter turns 22. How is this even happening? Y'all send me sanity because I'm still 22. How is this humanly possible? Also, what's more special, well, not more special, what's also special about today is that today is actually my 7-year prove-iversary. So today is the day that right before we headed to dinner for our daughter's birthday 7 years ago, I went, okay, I'm in. And I clicked that button and bought my promoter pack, which for those of you who have joined us recently, let me tell you a little bit about that promoter pack. It was $1,300. There were no discounts. There was never it was $1,300. We only got 10 boxes, because I don't know if you know this, but boxes of ketones are actually $130. If you're newer, you might not know that because you never pay $130, but that's how much they were. And that is how much we spent 24/7, 365, unless there was a holiday or a sale, which we're kind of getting into that season. So that's what I really want to talk to you about today. But that promoter pack was $1,300, had 10 boxes, and most of the flavors were gross. There were only 3 flavors. And I panicked every time I sent someone a trial pack. Funny thing is, with that same promoter pack with 3 flavors, our team did incredible things. We did amazing things. We shared this product and this community with tens and tens and tens of thousands of people. And I love reminding myself of that because the amount of resources and tools that we have and the opportunity for ketones to be affordable and the flavors and it's like, how could I ever make an excuse about not sharing this with someone now when 7 years ago it was $130 a box and 3 flavors and 2 of them were gross. Anyway, that's a little history lesson for you. I'm also going to do my very best to stay on track with these notes and keep this short and sweet. I have a doctor's appointment in a little bit and I have to do blood work, so I wasn't allowed to drink my ketones this morning. So there might be some squirrels. If I don't have those ketones, my focus is not as great. So again, I'm Mandy Mitchell. I have been drinking and sharing ketones for 7 years exactly today. And one of my favorite things about our community is that we do things like this. We get together, we share ideas, we help each other win, whether or not your win impacts me financially, whether or not my win impacts you financially, we're all here for it. And these huddle calls are just a reminder of that. So I would love to chat with y'all today about how to keep momentum or create momentum or increase momentum during this holiday season, during all of these, what I am assuming is going to be an incredible handful of weeks. And let's be real, that's really all we have left of 2023. A handful of weeks. Like, is it like 8 weeks? That's crazy. Maybe less now. Drop a 1 in the chat if the end of the month sale, the beginning of the month sale, if that promotion helped you smash some goals, helped you kick off the month really strong, if that was exciting for you, if it was exciting for your customers. Okay, good. I see lots of 1s. Me too. There was so much growth the last few days of the month, and the first few days of the month kicked off just really strong. Now, what's awesome about that is that we ended a month strong, we kicked off a month strong. What can be challenging about that sometimes is that, like We did it, kind of a feel. Anybody wake up on the 4th and go, okay, done. Sent all my messages. Right? Or did anybody wake up on the 4th and go, now what? How am I going to share this? We don't have a promotion. We don't have a sale. Ugh, all those people that didn't place an order, they missed out. Anybody? Or was I the only one? I had all those feelings, if I'm being honest. Now what? Lacey, she's being honest with me. She's telling me like it is. She had the now what phase. Okay. Well, I'm going to tell y'all now what. All right. We're heading into a season where I don't think any 2 years in my 7 years that have been here has been exactly the same during this season. But what I can tell you is this season always has the most opportunities for conversation. Prove It gives us more opportunities for conversation this time of year than any other time of year. There are holiday flavors that I know y'all want back, right? I saw a little tease yesterday about peppermint mocha. I've already gone through all of my pictures and saved it just in case we get it back. I don't know if we are. I'm just giving you an example. Okay, I see Brandy like going, are you telling me something that I don't know? No, I don't know. I'm just praying. If we put it up on our Facebook page, I'm assuming there's a chance. There will be fun flavors. We have Thanksgiving here in the United States. We have Black Friday. I don't know if other countries do that or if it's just us because it's the day after Thanksgiving, but we have Black Friday. We've had years where we've done the 12 days of Christmas. We've had Christmas. We've had Boxing Day. We've had New Year's. We've had, I mean, yes, Katie says, let's all take a moment for peppermint mocha prayer. I seriously think I have a box, an unsealed box, a still sealed box. I should probably check the expiration date on that one before I poison myself. That one has dairy. That's the only reason why I say that. But we're going to have so many things. And here is something I have noticed. Is it okay with you if I give you a little bit of hindsight from my 7 years? Okay. Here's one thing I've noticed. We either have years where everybody goes balls to the wall with all of these opportunities, or we've had years, and if I'm being honest, we've had more years like this as a team where there's so much happening in our business. There's so many opportunities for conversation in our business, but there's also so much happening in our lives that we sometimes just take our foot off the gas. We sometimes just go, okay, there's too much going on. I've got family, I've got to clean, I've got to cook, I've still got to work, I got a Christmas shop, I got to wrap presents. My kids are crazy. This elf in my house, I don't have one of those. My kids are too old. We missed that phase. Praise the Lord. This elf is wreaking havoc in my house. Like, there's so much. Yes, Sarah, we're overstimulated. Yes, Lisa, the list gets long. And it's easy, especially for those of us who this is something little. This is a little part of our life right now, okay? Or teammates that we have where this is still a small part of our life. It's easy for us to just go, I'm gonna put that to the side. I'm not gonna work on it right now, okay? So my goal and my intent of this call is to kind of share some ideas with all of you on how to not let that happen. So things that we can do ourselves, things that we can share with our teams if they're not on right now, or as we head through this season and people go, oh, I don't know what to do. Okay. I don't want us to have that. Okay, it's too much. What plate do I have to drop? Have y'all ever heard that explanation? Natalie Kilborn talks about it a lot. If you know Natalie, or if you've been at events with Natalie before, where she has shared that example of the different plates spinning, and like, you got to go spin this plate and then you got to go spin this plate. Well, which plates are you going to let drop, or which balls are you going to let bounce, right? I don't want our business to be a ball that we let bounce. I don't want our business to be a ball or a plate that we let drop. So there are a few super simple things that I'm going to focus on to help me not drop the ball on my business, to help me not drop that spinning plate. And I'd love to share them with you. So first and foremost, and it's a short list. I only have one page. So if you have a pen and paper and you want to write this down, my first piece of advice is just to make a commitment to yourself that you are going to stay active and consistent. Okay, what does that mean? If you are a social media business builder, you're going to show up every day in some way, shape, or form on social media for your business. Just going to keep doing what you're doing. Okay, just make a commitment to yourself. What's one thing you know you can do every single day? Okay, and just do it. Just don't let your head hit the pillow. You know, Nick, I see your face on the call. And one thing I always share about you is years and years and years ago, probably not many years ago, but it feels like a long time ago. I was at dinner with you. I don't know if you remember this. And I said, okay, 18 months without a customer. And then now all of a sudden you're Nick Martinez, the keto dad, top of every award at Epic. What's your plan? And you said, listen, it's not a secret. I'll tell every single person what my plan is. I'll tell every single person what my action list is every single day. The thing is that most people aren't going to do it. Right. And you gave me a very specific action list. Mandy, I do this every day. 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 All related to his keto dad page. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. He didn't actually give me the rundown from the time he woke up to the time he goes to bed, but I was talking specifically about his keto dad page. And I said, well, if Nick Martinez can do it, I can do it. If Nick Martinez can do a live every day and said, what's the action list? Pretty sure this is very close to the action list. I'm going to make a post every day. There's going to be a recipe every day. I'm going to go live every day. He's probably added a reel every day now. And he just has 4 things that he does every single day that's a non-negotiable. And when I say a non-negotiable, I mean I have literally witnessed him get up from a table and like talk to his audience for 5 minutes about what he just ordered at dinner that's keto. Okay. And I thought, Nick, I love you so much. You are like a fun little goofball guy. And I thought, if Nick Martinez can do this, I can do this. That's the whole point of this business, right? If he can do it, I can do it. If she can do it, I can do it. Guess what? I still haven't done it. I have small bouts of consistency doing Nick Martinez's list. And then I go, I don't really want to go live today. I don't really want to. Okay. So don't give yourself my point in this is I went from I'm not doing anything to let me give myself this 6 bullet point list that Nick Martinez does. And I am still not successful at doing the 5 bullet point list or the 3 bullet point list or whatever it was he gave me. Right. I had to scale it back and go, what can I do? What is the one thing I can commit to for my page every single day that is a non-negotiable that I do not skip and my head doesn't hit the pillow? And guess what? I've had immeasurable growth since that conversation with Nick on that page. And it helps me build my business every single month. Not because I did Nick Martinez's list, but because I said, what can I commit to? What's the one thing I can be consistent with? Right? So one thing, I just want you to pick one thing that you know you can commit to that you will not drop through the rest of the holiday season. Okay? Everybody give me a 1 in the chat or give me some jazz hands if you can commit to just at least one thing. If you want to do Nick Martinez's 5 list thing, send him a message. I'm sure he'll tell you what it is. So I'm sure the list is bigger now. But just pick one. Okay, y'all did that? Awesome. Okay, now here's where it's going to get good. If that's already more than you're currently doing, cool. You've already mastered the next skill. If that's not more than you're already doing, for example, if you already shake up your ketones every single day and you thought to yourself, well, yeah, I already shake up my ketones every single day. I've done that every single day for the last 986 days. I'll just, yeah, Mandy, number one, I can do that. Okay, that's not enough. I am going to ask you to pick one thing that's just a smidge more. Not a keto dad, or I think of Stephanie Milky too. I open up my phone every day and she's like read a book and she's going live and she's talking about the book with people. And I'm like, you are amazing. I have zero desire to do that. Not on my list, right? We also don't have to do things that don't bring us joy. But what is one smidge more that you can do? And I'm going to give you an example that's really simple, actually. I am very consistent every single day of shaking up or posting about my morning serving of ketones. I cannot think of a day, maybe one, where I was sick in bed in recent months and months and months, where people who watch my stories or people who see my page didn't see my morning shakeup. Okay. Sometimes I do it as a reel, Melissa. Sometimes I do it as a story. Sometimes I do it as a post. The how I share it isn't the important part. What I realized and what I'm going to double down on through this holiday season and what I'm suggesting or encouraging you to do is, like, I thought to myself, man, if I could just do a smidge more, what would that look like? Well, a smidge more would be making sure everybody knows that I actually drink ketones twice a day. Audrey's shaking her head. She feels me on this, right? I drink them twice a day, sometimes 3. Why am I I've so far just committed to that one shake up post a day. So my smidge more is going to be, I'm going to make sure through the holiday season that I'm doing an extra post, my second serving. People are going to see that, even whether I shake it up or I take a picture of my shaker, something. Okay. Couldn't do my morning shake up this morning, so I posted. Couldn't do my morning shake up. I got blood work later. But I'll make sure I do my 2 servings later in the day, right? So just a smidge more. Some other examples, if you want to think of what your example could be, if your mind is already rolling and you want to stick that in the chat so other people can start getting their minds rolling, let me know. Another smidge more could be, maybe you're already doing that. So maybe now you start doing a reel about it. Maybe your smidge more, and maybe the smidge more isn't even every single day. Maybe it's, I'm going to do, I'll tell you what I'll give you an idea. My smidge more several months ago was, I'm going to go live every single Tuesday and do trial pack Tuesday. And I'm going to package up a trial and I'm going to explain the flavors to people. And that's all I do. I'm packaging up trials every day anyway. I'm going to go live once a week. So that smidge more isn't every single day for me. That smidge more was once a week for me. Okay. So Jennifer said what she eats for lunch. She's already eating lunch. So her smidge more is going to be sharing what she eats for lunch. Okay. So just a smidge more. Okay. I love that idea, Sarah. Save some shakeups in an album on your phone. And if you can't shake it up live, then repurpose an old one. So good. Great idea, especially during this busy holiday season. Okay. Number 3. If you are not already the proud owner of a VIP chat, for lack of a better term, a customer chat, a customer group, a customer text thread, a customer, some place where you put interested and current people into a group so you can communicate with them effectively and in a timely manner, I'm going to suggest that this is the season to do it. This is the time to set it up. And if you have one already, this is the time to fill it. So what that looks like, and what I mean by that is, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, start a group chat on Facebook that people can join. That's for people, that's your VIP customers. So people who are already drinking ketones, people who've had a trial pack, people who are curious, people who just want to know when there's a sale. And that's a place where you can collectively put them. You can do the same thing on Instagram. You can create a channel on Instagram, which is my new favorite. If you don't know how to do that, you can literally Google, how do I create a channel on Instagram? That's how I learned how to do it. And add way more people. What's really cool about all of those options, a chat on Facebook and not a chat on Instagram, but a channel on Instagram, is that you can create a link for those chats and share them. And so I'm kind of combining these two things together, creating this VIP place and at the same time creating buzz for Black Friday. I'll give you an example, Sarah, of what this looks like. Creating a buzz for Black Friday or the holiday season. So what this looks like, and it kind of combines what we already talked about, especially if your idea was shake-ups. I'm shaking up my ketones in the morning. Here's my little video. Lisa, I'm thinking of you too, because you shake up your ketones every freaking day on your story and in reels. So like, here's my shake up, my yummy flavor. This is why I drink it. Whatever text I'm putting on there. Want to know what our Black Friday sales are? Want to be the first to know about our holiday sales? Want to be the first to know when there's a sale? Want to be the first to know when there's a discount? And then you just put the link. If you don't know how to add a link to your stories, you can Google that as well. Otherwise, I'll be here for 65 hours getting super excited about social media details. You can add the link and people can just join. So Sarah, sometimes people join my groups because I'm just constantly posting that link to the chat or that link to the channel. And I do that in stories. I can do it on posts. I can do it in reels, however. And also, y'all, it's an amazing way to finish a conversation where somebody said no. It's also an amazing way to finish a conversation where somebody said yes. So I'll give you an example. Oh, somebody reaches out. What are you drinking? I'm drinking ketones. We have a conversation. Would you like to give it a try? Here are the options, trial packs, or online, whatever your verbiage is. Person says, yes, I would absolutely love to grab a trial pack. How do I order? I say, awesome, cool, it's on the way. Hey, can I add you? Or, hey, would you also like to join my VIP chat? That way you're never going to miss a sale or a new flavor or a promotion. You can leave the chat at any time, but it might be a great way to just get the news. We're going to have a ton of sales this holiday. Okay. If someone says no, no, not right now. I really can't afford that. There's a lot going on. Okay, awesome. No big deal. I'm happy to add you to my VIP chat. I'm happy to add you to this VIP channel. That way you'll be the first to know when we have sales or discounts. Is it cool if I give you the link, or is it cool if I add you? Okay. Are we cool with that? So your first action is to stay active and consistent. Your second goal for the holiday season is to pick one thing. So first of all, you're picking one thing you know you can commit to every day. Second of all, if that's something you're already doing, I need you to pick one thing that's just a smidge more. Okay. And then number 3, we're going to create this Black Friday holiday buzz, and we're going to funnel and filter people into a VIP chat if we haven't already done that. Okay. 2 more ideas, suggestions, encouragements, and then we're all done with what's on my list. Be social, y'all. Be social, especially if you are building a business on social media. It is called social media for a reason. It wasn't designed to be political media. It wasn't designed to be buy these cute outfits that I try on for you from Amazon every single day, although that's kind of what it's turned into for me. I was saying the other day on our team call that like I catch myself I'm obsessed with all these girls who find really cool things on Amazon, and they try them on. And then I'm like, I want that. I mean, my cart is so full of things I want to buy that I'm not buying. These people are genuinely influencing me. So in regards to that, let me ask you a question. I'm not judging you on how much time you spend scrolling every single day. That's not the question I'm asking. So I'm not asking on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being 10 minutes and 10 being 10 hours, how much time do you spend on social media scrolling mindlessly? Here's what I'm asking you. Out of the time that you are on social media, even if it's 30 minutes a day, how much of it are you just scrolling to consume content? 1, I don't consume any content. 10, I consume a lot. I'm not asking you to compare it to the amount of time you spend doing business stuff. Lacey says all of it. Lacey, I love your honesty. I'm about an 8 if I'm being honest. I get really sucked in. Okay. I have great intentions and then I get super sucked in. It's these Amazon girls, they're killing me. So, what I'm going to suggest, especially during this holiday season, is to make a mental note, like jog yourself out of that and use that time to be social. And what I mean is create opportunities for people to engage with you. So that could look like polls in your social media stories. Yesterday, I asked, do you have your tree up yet, or do you wait till after Thanksgiving? Have you started? And I let people vote. Have you started Christmas shopping, or are you a last minute Linda, or are you somewhere in the middle? And then I let people vote. You could do, does your family do turkey or ham for Thanksgiving? You could do, does your Christmas tree have red lights or white lights? You could do mashed potatoes or sweet potatoes. You could do, I mean, I hope you've got the ideas rolling. Just opportunities for people to interact with you. Okay. Another idea is posting things that encourage people to participate. So yesterday I posted pictures. These are just examples. You don't have to do what I'm doing. Just getting your brain rolling. Yesterday I posted pictures of my puppy. He's not really a puppy anymore. I guess he's 2, but he's gorgeous and I'm obsessed with him. And I said, everybody post a picture of the pet you're obsessed with. Okay. I'm giving people an opportunity to be social with me. And then I interact with those people. So Sarah said, with all the ideas, once they comment, then what do we do? So my goal over the next few days is to take the hundreds of dog pictures that I got, cat pictures that I got. Oh my God, he's beautiful. Oh my God, what a cutie. Oh, how snuggly. Oh, he's so fluffy. Oh, she looks like a sweet baby doll. My goal over the next few days is to click on the profile of the people who interacted with that post and see what's going on in their life. Erin, your Christmas tree is beautiful. Liz, you had such a great time at the rodeo. That looks so fun. We don't have those near me. Carol, that sweatshirt color is great on you. Maybe I see a picture of Carol with her pretty yellow sweatshirt and I'm like, that's a great color on you. Okay, so nothing about ketones. I'm not trying to sell them something. I'm trying to be a human social being so people know, like, and trust me. Also, the scientific algorithmic benefit to that is that when you post about ketones next, they are more likely to see it. Because Facebook or Instagram, this works on Instagram too, goes, oh, they like each other. Oh, they talk to each other. Okay? Ask for questions, ask for advice, ask for opinions. I mean, my friend Jessica posted the other day if she should finally succumb and buy a pair of Uggs. And like 900 million comments about Uggs, or should you get an Ugg dupe, or where to get an Ugg, or why I don't like Uggs, or why I do like, I mean, what the heck? Ask people a stupid question. People love to answer. Okay. And then, like I said, find opportunities to engage with other people. So one thing that I started doing, actually, Lisa Scott's on this call, and she reminded me that you used to be able to go through and filter by alphabet on your page, your friends list. I don't think you can do that anymore. And I was like, oh, that's a great idea. I forgot about that. But you can filter your friends list. If you don't know how to do this, Google it. You can filter your friends list, y'all, by most recent or oldest. I flipped mine to my oldest friends first. Some of them I still talk to, right? But a lot of them, I forgot literally they even existed. These are people I went to high school with. And I've had this incredible opportunity over the last handful of days to reconnect and re-engage with people. Okay. A girl I went to high school with, Natalie, has a son that is like 86 feet taller than her. I saw a picture and I was like, Natalie, how did you make a baby that tall? He's like 18. I got to say to people I went to high school with that I haven't talked to in forever, oh my goodness, you look amazing. Your family is adorable. Like genuine, oh my God, look at Kara and her all grown up babies. Holy shit, I'm not the only one with a 22-year-old. Ah, I have other people in my life with 22-year-olds too, right? So just this opportunity to be human and reconnect with people, it's also going to mean they're more likely to see your stuff. And then I was on a call the other day with Amber Horn, and she brought up a great idea. If you know Amber, she's always got great ideas. That on Instagram, you can actually add people to a list called close friends. And when you do that, those people, when you start to make stories on Instagram, those people, your story bubble will be early in their feed because you listed them as a close friend. I didn't know that. So that's something I'm going to work on too. Just, it's going to give me an opportunity to be more social, right? So it sounds like a lot, y'all, but these are super simple human things. And then I'm going to give you one other piece of advice for those of you who are not growing on social or who want to grow in real life as well. This is the perfect time of year to get in front of your community. Look up the Facebook pages for your local school districts. There are breakfast with Santas out the wazoo. There are holiday bazaars out the wazoo. Go to the websites and Facebook pages of your local churches. There are holiday bazaars out the wazoo. Breakfast with Santas out the wazoo. I'm just telling you. Look in your community. Go to a community Facebook page and say, does anybody know of a holiday bazaar that's happening? You will start to get lead after lead after lead after lead. But the most easiest places for me to find them are literally schools and churches, constantly doing fundraisers like that. So it's a great opportunity to get out into public and talk with people and have booths. And normally schools and churches, the booth fees are very minimal. I don't think I've ever spent more than $50 on a booth at one of those. And it's going to a good cause. It's a donation. So it's not just a business expense write-off, but it's a donation. So just a thought there. So in recap, I'm going to just go through the bullet points that I had for you today, and then we can sign off. Stay active and consistent. So whatever you're doing, just keep doing it. What's the one thing that you can do and you can commit to every freaking day without doubt? You will not let your head hit the pillow without doing it. It doesn't have to be something crazy. It can be something simple, but it's just a way to hold yourself accountable and make sure that people see you, that you're visible. Okay. And I'm going to make one more note on the reason why I added number 2. I added number 2 to pick one thing that's just a smidge more. Because remember at the beginning of this call, we talked about how life gets a little crazy this time of year. We've got dinners and family and cleaning and shopping and presents and elves and kids who are out of control and all that nonsense. That is true for every single person that's watching you. That is true for every single person that buys ketones from you. That is true for every single person who you want to buy ketones from you. That is true for every single person that you want to join your team. So if we allow that overwhelm to take us out of the game, and their overwhelm is taking them off of social media or out of events, or now we've got some disconnect there happening on both sides of the coin. Does that make sense what I'm saying? So if we can kick it up just a tiny little smidge, just one little smidge, If we can make one extra post a day, the chances of those people who are going to pull back through the holiday season because they're overwhelmed, it's more likely that they're going to see what you're sharing and see what you're saying. Okay. So stay active and consistent. Pick one thing that's just a smidge more. Create Black Friday and holiday buzz and add people to a VIP group or chat where you can collectively communicate with them. That's number 3. Number 4 is be social. So that's creating opportunities for people to interact with you and finding opportunities to interact with other people. And then last but not least, look for opportunities to be in your community like bazaars. They're abundant this time of year. I'm going to answer Jeff's last question. And then we're going to sign off for the day. He asked if I had any insight on what Black Friday will be, and I have no idea. No idea. No idea. Last year we didn't do anything on Thanksgiving, and we didn't do anything until Black Friday, and I think I was really grateful for that. For the reasons that I just shared with you. But I don't know if we'll do something on Thanksgiving this year or if it'll just go to Black Friday. So we'll see. I have no idea. Nick might know more than me, but he's very good at keeping secrets. So I don't think we'll get it out of anybody. All right, y'all. I hope that was super helpful. I hope it gave you some ideas and food for thought on how to stay just consistent and keep momentum going throughout this new year. Again, this is the time of the year where Prove It gives us more opportunities to talk to people than we possibly could count. The opportunities are going to be endless. So the goal really is just to keep eyeballs on us so that we can have them when those things are gifted to us. So I hope you all have a really great day. I know I'm going to have one. I'm going to be eating lots of birthday cake later. And I love and appreciate y'all. Have a good day.